you kicked him out
He's doing it from out the back.
Some kind of sign.
Hello.
Classic David.
Impressive. How's it going?
YouTube? YouTube. I believe.
How's it going, YouTube?
The mighty Cube.
It's us, Cooper and Ian.
We're back.
And also,
What do you eat?
David.
Me. I'm going to be trying to do the voices, but oh, there we go.
It's been a while since you've done voices, I think.
There we go. I think it's just coming on now. Oh, that's right. This is the multi-directional microphone. He's going to go stand behind it.
So we got 2 heads.
Yeah,
Love it.
I think it's probably easier for everyone if I just stand here with the
clever.
microphone. Where's Sticky Nicky? He's back on Wednesday. He's had a little break just to have a little break, really.
Recharge,
For any other
good time.
bigger reason than that. Hey Deborah Bar, hey Deborah, hey Matt, hey Mary, hey Laura.
Such a crew today.
Toots from Scotland. Megan Good.
Scotland.
You love when we have Scotland in. So you're going to say that.
So the boys, what are you making, boys?
We're going to make a panda.
Panda.
The
I
Panda.
don't think you've made a panda, have you?
Not since I've been back.
What we're working on this weekend, we got 3 kind of pretty cool mixes that we're working on. This morning on Facebook we did our ASD at the beginnings. We're doing a little, sending a bit of love to people who have found themselves, for whatever reason, somewhere on the vast spectrum of the thing we call autism. So we're doing that. We're doing some animals, and we're going to do a little St. Patrick's Day shamrocky thing as well. This is the first of it. Did you do one in the last couple of days, or this is the first animal?
No, this is the first animal.
First animal.
So we were doing fruits, and then we got asked to do truck fills, so we've had a pretty easy couple of days, honestly.
I think Annabelle and I were going to try and do a monkey tomorrow morning on Facebook.
Annabelle's going to have such a good time in the lives tomorrow. I can't wait for her to do the one we did this morning. TikTok is going to be excellent.
I'm going to watch that at home. It's going to be great.
Yeah, we've got a new lolly this week. Ian might show you, but they're these awesome little
The colour's
cough
so
drops
nice.
that we put together. We used to make these all the time, and we used to call them influenza. But given the way
Given the time,
viruses are moving around the world at the
maybe not the best
moment,
name at the moment.
we're not calling them influenza. We're just going to call them cough drops, sticky cough drops.
Oh, that's
I did have quite a rude name for them, but I don't think I can.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
No,
It was bloody funny,
I won't say
though.
that.
It was a good time.
I had fun.
Cool Cooper and fabulous eyebrows Ian at the helm.
Fabulous eyebrows, Ian.
So I haven't really ever noticed you.
Like
Oh, you can do that. That's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cute. That's kind of cute.
Shrooms were
Love those eyebrows.
Okay, I'm on board. Fabulous
The other
eyebrows.
one.
both of them. Uncross those eyes, mister.
Hey Jennifer Smith. Hey Chris
Sorry,
Oxner.
Googly.
From Nook in Greenland. Someone in Greenland watching.
Here it's very cold there.
I hear it's not actually very green, or is it green?
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
you should
it's-
share a little bit of knowledge about Greenland. I
Yeah,
would
send us
assume it was
facts,
quite
please.
white.
Fun facts about Greenland. 27 fun facts about Greenland.
How are we all today? How are you today? Did we even have that conversation?
Not too bad. I'm cruising.
You all right?
I'm feeling wonderful.
Feeling
I've
alright?
had a lovely morning.
Yeah, I'm full of pastry and
We had coffee and pastry, and
pastry and menthol.
it's actually a beautiful day here in Sydney. A little bit sticky, a little bit muggy, but
Yeah, it's quite
nice.
lucky actually. I'm still sweating cold with that
I'm
menthol
still
though.
cold.
hey
from the
Pittsburgh, hey Iowa, hey Michigan. Well, all these Americans, look at them all.
Michigan's shaped like a mitten. That's all I know about Michigan.
No one from the country of Ohio though. We've got Americans, but no one from Ohio.
No Hyenas.
When's Nick back at work? On Wednesday, I hope.
Next week?
There.
You better be.
If he's not back on Wednesday, he's not coming back. Quite honestly.
You heard it here first, folks.
How do you make clear candy? You just don't put
That's
it.
it. We just don't
I
put
already did
anything in.
You can see the candy just in front of Ian there. It looks a bit yellow, but that's actually clear. There's no colour in there. That's just the temperature. If you cook your candy properly to what's called hard crack, it's going to take on that
hard crack.
slightly yellowish
Candy.
colour. If it gets any yellower than that, you're starting to look at toffee, and toffee's not good. Toffee's not where we want to be.
Coffee's not good to build things with, that's for sure.
Coffee's nice.
Put it in a little like medallion.
So,
then
everyone-
just leave it. Do like a little ramekin.
Everyone's saying, oh look, there's someone from Ohio. How are you, Amy?
Chicken medallions?
I don't think I was
Another
ever
one,
into
Michelle.
chicken medallion.
When I was young, we used to get chicken medallions. That's all I ever think of when I hear medallion.
We always had,
Please
like,
do
pork
an
medallion.
80s mix. An 80s mix.
Yeah, we'll do like more than words and.
What's in an
Mr. Big
80s mix?
And
80s mix?
Double denim.
Just a Ready Player One mix.
Duran.
Just a Ready Player One. Ian and I have both been reading Ready Player 2 because Ready Player 1 was so great. Ready Player 2, maybe not.
I would
Feel like
It's always hard to follow something good.
Yeah, I feel like you just phoned it in a bit. Just got on Google and a bit of a shout out to Google. We're on a Google platform right now. I've been talking about moving out of the Australian market.
We do this now.
I've experimented with setting the search on my phone to DuckDuckGo.
Oh yeah, what's that going for?
Because if Google pulls out,
yeah, you'll need it. There's one, I can't remember what it is, it starts with E, but every time you search for them, they'll plant a tree.
That's awesome.
Elvita or something like that, I can't remember. If you guys know what that is.
Bing's pretty good. I mean, Google's so ubiquitous, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's
well,
literally
not for long.
It's literally become the verb.
Yes, the Lauren. Ready Player One, the book was so good.
It was so good.
That's why we rushed out and got Ready Player 2.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite the book of Ready Player One.
I'm not loving it. I didn't love it as much.
I should read it. I'm going to finish the book I'm reading at the moment, and then I'll read it.
Dave, your accent's got you watching Australian movies. Which Australian movies have you watched? Australian cinema is fantastic. And it actually makes for some pretty great actors. Australia seems to punch above its weight in famous actors.
What are you saying?
What's the flavour? That's such a great question. What is the flavour?
Pear.
I don't know. Pear. Pear for the bear.
Pear for the bear.
Pear for the bear.
Yeah, panda pear.
Are pandas actually bears? Surely, right?
They are actually bears. Unlike koalas, which are koalas are not bears. Pandas are bears. Did I miss out on the ant candy? I think that was in the stock this week.
They do such
Rachel,
stupid crap.
Rachel,
So funny.
did we do ant candy in the restock this week? Yes.
I didn't get either of
Yes,
these.
today and tomorrow the ant candy, which should have been in the week before, but we kind of blew it.
Sorry guys.
Picnic at Hanging Rock. Yeah, Picnic at Hanging Rock. Very slow movie from the 70s. It's based on a true story about some girls that disappeared in the Australian bush. Very atmospheric. All the Mad Max movies. I think the first one. The first Mad Max movie is such a classic bit of cinema. They got a little bit outlandish after that. The first one was visionary.
You have like lots of little stick figures with just like a dome around the desert.
McLeod's Daughters. I have no thoughts on McLeod's Daughters at all. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Strictly Boring. That's a great Australian film. There's a new Australian movie that I'm actually going to tonight at the open air cinema called The Dry.
Has that got Eric Banner in it?
It's got Eric Banner in
My
it.
friend Jack did, he was one of the assistant camera directors on it.
On The Dry.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fantastic book.
Yeah.
Jane.
Thanks to you, Jack.
Oh, sort of blank. But yeah, so we're going to go and see The Dry tonight.
How good's Eric Banner? So good. Ever since The Castle.
He nailed it in The Castle. How good was The Castle? There you go. If you're looking for a great Australian film, there's one called The Castle.
You can't
It
go
has
wrong
got
with
Eric
Castle.
Banner in it and Michael Caton, Sophie Lee.
That was such a good movie.
That was such a good film. About a man who owns his house is his castle. He owns it. It's near an airport. The government wants to take it off him.
Classic.
And he decides that that's not on.
Telling me.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Yep.
Jousting sticks.
Straight to the pool room. It's going straight to the
You
pool
can get it
room.
for half price.
Oh,
How's the Serenity? How's the Serenity?
Some gets a bit repetitive though.
Chopper was a great film too. Gallipoli, if you haven't seen Gallipoli, you can learn a lot about the way Australia sees itself from watching Gallipoli. Blue Heelers, wow. There's a blast from the past. Now these guys are moving off this table, so don't get weirded out, but I am going to move the camera. Come with me. You can't see me because I'm standing behind. Come with me, I'm going to try and move this as smoothly as possible. We're going to go and we're going to sit here. I quite like this conversation about Australian cinema. It's,
I honestly don't know much about Australian cinema.
I also do not. Alright, how much do you need for...
The Man from Snowy River. Of course I've seen The Man from Snowy River.
Mouth and the nose, pretty small, is always good.
Yeah.
The Wiggles. Did the Wiggles make a movie? I don't think the Wiggles made a movie, did they? Actually, I'm sure they probably did make a movie. How would they not make a movie?
I'd almost use that for
No, not The Castle with Robert Redford. This is The Castle, an Australian film from,
yeah.
I'm going to say the early 90s, maybe the late 80s.
We can always stretch more. Yeah.
G'day, Mr. Dansky85. Is this like English rock we get from the seaside? It's like that, but we have a slightly different philosophy to English rock. We try and make ours look and taste good, which is
It's a very subtle.
it's a subtle difference between us and Blackpool or Brighton. But essentially, yes, a lot of the techniques are the same. They generally work quite a lot larger, and it's generally strawberry or peppermint. They don't tend to do pear and peach passion fruit. And g'day, Kylie. How are you? Is it too late for a bubble? It is now, I think, too late for a bubble. The boys were distracted, I think, thinking about their awesome Panda. Oh, too many bubble? Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Today's been a very cruisy day. It's been good.
You know what I'm really looking forward to is tomorrow on the YouTube, on the TikTok, we can put on the new Sticky Friend playlist.
Oh, are you allowed to do music on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I don't know, probably not. But the videos don't really say. So.
Oh, true, yeah. We only have as long as that video goes to get mad at you.
Last Taxi to Darwin, you know, I played cricket with a guy who produced that film. Two Hands. If you haven't seen a movie called Two Hands, with a really good friend of mine, Steve Lamarquin.
Where's the bubble?
Not as good as I wish he was. He's a lovely bloke, Steve. He was also in a terrible mountain climbing movie with Chris O'Donnell. Tina says the background music's pretty good. Tina, we're listening to what is called one of the Spotify copyright-free streaming mixes, some music that's been made available for free on Spotify that you can, that YouTube won't shut you down for using because it's copyright-free. I'm glad you enjoy it. I think it's called Stream. If you search copyright-free on Spotify, you'll find this one, music to stream or something like that. I wish you can send ship to Greenland. Send a shop to Greenland, send a ship to Greenland. I don't know if I can send a ship or a shop at the moment.
You want us to open a shop in Greenland?
Well, no, they said, can you send a ship to Greenland? Maybe they're trying to escape.
A shipment, maybe?
Ship. Can you ship to Greenland?
Can you send me
Dragon Slayer. I don't know if I've seen Dragon Slayer. Is that a real thing? And yeah, not a movie, but Kath and Kim. How great is Kath and Kim?
Oh no.
There is in Australian cinema sometimes a bit of a kind of an honesty that I find really refreshing. Thank you guys, Australia, for AC/DC. It's my pleasure, man. Oh, rabbit-proof fence.
Yeah, I was going to say that's fun.
Have you seen rabbit-proof fence?
Yeah.
That was really moving.
I can study that in high school.
I just studied Strictly Ballroom. It's terrible.
Strictly Ballroom.
And then I wrote my report on the castle anyway.
Strictly Ballroom. No, rabbit-proof fence is a fantastic look at.
Castle. I was like,
That is
running
crazy.
on the castle.
Of course you can.
Oh, but we're not studying.
Lee, I'm with you. We all miss Sticky Nicky. He'll be back on Wednesday. If he's not back on Wednesday, he needn't come back at all, quite honestly.
I'm missing him too.
I mean, Wednesdays and Thursdays aren't really suffering though. We're still making so much candy.
If anything, they're slightly
Oh,
more
Romper Stomper. Look, yeah, Russell Crowe's kind of
Romper Stomper.
international breakout movie, Romper Stomper.
Chopper.
Chopper was great.
Chopper was a great movie.
Romper Stomper was really quite confronting.
Yeah. It's scary.
Thank you, Dora. Send candy to Greenland. I don't know why it's not on the list already. Let me work on that. Starstruck, yep. Starstruck, I think, was actually filmed here in the Rocks, most of it.
What was?
Starstruck. The movie from the 80s.
I know the
Not
Matrix is
entirely
filmed in
memorable.
Sydney.
I know Thor is being filmed in Sydney right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Dawson was filmed up in Queensland, right?
G'day, Tennessee Gene. Tennessee Gene.
So this is going to be more pointy, right? Like, rather than like around.
This is kind of cool because what you're seeing the boys do now, doesn't happen enough, but is communication. Talking about what each other are doing, being on the same page. What are you building there, Ian? Maybe you can...
I'm building the mouth of the panda and the nose. So this is going to be his little nose.
Okay, little nose, little triangular
Triangular
nose.
nose. And I kind of do a letter Y underneath. So it's like a mouth.
Yeah, nice, nice. And so Cooper, you're doing the eyes.
Yeah, we'll do his eyes and this.
Black surrounded by white, then surrounded by more black, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Why is no one wearing masks? Thanks, Shelley. We've gone 19 days. We had an outbreak at Christmas here in Sydney, but we've gone 19 days with no community transmission at all. The requirements have changed. We're not in masks. What you're looking at on these boys is kind of what it looks like when everyone does wear a mask, because all of a sudden you don't have to again. I'm pretty confident that sometime in the next few weeks we might be back in masks again.
I'm hoping not. I have so much to do.
It's yeah, it puts a hole in everything, but if we need to wear a mask, we will. We're not being rebels.
Trying to be public transport in supermarkets, high traffic areas, things like that. We're in a confined space, and we are.
We were, Jane, talking about Australian movies. Sing Jolene. Come on, Ian, sing Jolene.
Sing Jolene.
Jolene.
I don't want to. That's the only reason.
Jolene.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Thanks, Ian.
Jolene, Jolene.
I like doing this with Rip. What's that? Jolene.
My favourite.
Please don't take him just
Make it
because
easy.
you can. Hey, Essex in England, England. That was sticky and it says you can't say I check. Yes. Okay, let me work on that this week. I'll try and. We are gradually trying to increase the countries that it goes to.
I'll let a V for hotel.
A letter V for what?
Hotel. That's what we're doing, right?
You're not making the word hotel in.
What?
You're not making
He's
the word.
not,
Don't make
I
the word
am.
hotel.
Built the wrong letter.
I'm still saying I'll pay you, Ian, to sing.
Pay me to
How much?
sing.
She hasn't put a number there, so don't.
I tried that for years and no one paid me to sing.
If you're not,
I'll pay you to stop singing.
Yeah.
So you have to start. That's the cat.
Macy, I did say if Nick wasn't back on Wednesday, he wouldn't be back at all, but I was kind of taking a piss. He's had his 3 weeks. It's time to come back to work now.
Yeah, come on, man. It's only the last one 3 weeks.
No, he's just having a break. He's just having a break. Not sick.
Yeah, I want to go on a 3 week
Who
holiday.
doesn't love Dolly Parton? What an icon that woman is.
Doesn't she have like a theme park or something?
She does. There's Dolly Parton Land or Dolly
Yeah,
Parton
Dollywood.
Dollywood?
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 Maybe.
Dollywood?
Dollywood? That sounds like something.
Yeah.
Dollywood.
Classic.
Every lolly Ian makes has the word hotel in it.
Yeah, it does.
You seen the line we made the other day?
Cool. It was just hotel 6 times.
In the little triangle.
Triangles.
Alright,
There's
so
a lot of-
there's
A lot of Y.
but how's it going to sit in his head? Yeah, it's going to be like a.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Dollywood, 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 Dollywood. Yeah,
Dollywood.
Dollywood. I'll go with Dollywood.
There you go.
Put it on Dollywood.
Well, hang on now, Bronny Dash. Your favourite Aussie was Steve Irwin, but is it still? You've seen Ian's eyebrows. You've seen Cooper's scowl. Yeah.
Smile more, bro.
Smile more, Coop. Smile more.
Concentrating.
I love that they said bro.
Right.
Love Dolly. She is incredible. 9 to 5.
Please more, bro.
Well, bro.
Yeah, Muriel's wedding. How great was Muriel's wedding? You're terrible, Muriel.
What are the classic Aussie films are there?
Someone just wants to know, Cooper, Mrs. Balkman wants to know, candy or drums?
Like if I was going to do one forever,
If you couldn't...
obviously drums.
Drums. Yeah, drums. That's all right. You're allowed to have a job and a
And a hobby.
passion.
At the moment it's a hobby, it's turning into work very quickly.
Any chance us drops will be available this weekend? I think so.
I think they're this weekend.
Yeah, sure.
We made them.
Acid drops, Rachel? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thumbs up, please. Go team.
Thank you, Angela Horn. Sticky Crew are my favourite Aussies. How's that?
Stinky crew.
Sticky Crew.
Oh, I was going to say, come on.
Favourite Aussies though. It's not a very high bar to get over, is it?
There's only like 27 million of us or something
We're
stupid.
not real, apparently.
And who are you comparing us to?
Yeah, someone said we're supposed to get paid for doing this acting.
Doing what?
This acting?
Yeah, there's a rumour going around that NASA is paying us as
Australia's
actors to
not real.
pretend to be in Australia and that
I can
Australia...
tell you, we're pretending, but we're definitely not getting paid.
Aren't you getting paid?
No,
I'm getting every week. I get these fat NASA stacks come rolling in.
Rip me off the deck.
The fat NASA stack, and I fill up the jacuzzi just with big US dollars. Roll around in it.
It's meant for sending me 5-cent coins. Can't even use them because nobody takes cash anymore.
It is his rocker persona. You can't smile too much if you're in rock and roll.
No, you said that for stage. Eddie Van Halen teach you nothing.
You don't smile on stage, do you?
Yeah, I'm a great guy.
Just get that big upper lip.
No, it's the only time I'm positive. It's the only time I know what I'm doing.
A nice alcoholic beverage, Kathy. What alcoholic beverage are you drinking? Make me jealous.
I'm gonna just
Ronnie Dash, you followed 3 candy making channels. Well, I'd be interested to get your feedback. Are we the worst?
I certainly don't think we're the best.
I reckon we're the
We have
best.
a 33% chance of being the best.
Yeah, 1 of 3. I like the
They're
odds.
pretty good odds.
Better than betting on green, and I'd bet on green.
I don't think we're the worst. So. I'm certainly not
No,
just
the
going to make
eyes.
eyes of the best.
I don't think Cooper's going to drop the eyes. He doesn't do that kind of thing.
I'm certainly not the best candidate.
I'm just saying, if Chris Hemsworth smiled at me, I'd probably die like keel over dead. Look, you're not alone, Amber.
He's a bit of a rear guy here.
He's a good-looking guy. There's no, you can't.
Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah.
The hard Hemsworth, not the other Hemsworth.
Liam, yeah, you're right.
I'm perfectly comfortable with thinking I'm not as good-looking as Chris Hemsworth.
You're not as what?
Not as good-looking as Chris Hemsworth.
Hey.
No, no.
Whoa. Have you seen his eyebrows up there?
Oh no, I wasn't talking about Ian. I was talking about me.
Oh.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah, so it's obvious. No, that's
sorry.
fine. That's fine.
Couldn't think of anything nice I didn't say.
What does Cooper think of Metallica? Oh look, sorry, if you're having trouble ordering, there is a secret. You have to be online just before 10 AM on a Friday and Saturday morning at sticky.com.au. And even then it's hard and people miss out. I'm scouting out new locations and I've got some equipment. Talking about it. I was having this conversation with Ian this morning that I probably need to stop making candy for a while, work on the business instead of in it.
We should stop making candy?
No, just for a little bit.
But then how are you going to make all those hearts?
Well, the hearts I have to make. Make them all.
Can you
Did they tell me how many I needed to make? 100?
They just said heaps. They want to buy heaps and heaps of bags.
Them and their friends. Or them and people they
It's
know.
really funny. Otherwise they're going to take their business elsewhere.
They're going to take their business elsewhere?
They must have already.
No!
Because we came on and we started making fruits.
Where's Lily hanging out with Matt Damon? She wishes. No, Lily had a very good reason to take 4 days off this week. If you're wondering why we struggle sometimes, I got Nick away, I got Lily away. If it wasn't for the very awesome Auntie Rach, we'd be in heap trouble.
Up to the quality of the
And losing Lily's definitely a step down.
You bring the average up.
Starstruck if I ever got to meet Hugh Jackman. The only celebrity I've ever met who made me go a bit girly and starstruck for some bizarre reason was Barry Humphries.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, cool.
Because he goes to this art shop around the corner in the Rocks up in
Nope, but I'll say I do.
up in the little lane. He was in there buying. He does painting and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I was in there and he came in and I was like, ah.
I feel like I would do that, honestly.
Yeah, Barry Humphries is the bomb.
I saw Todd Sampson, the marketing guy upstairs once at Subway.
Oh yeah.
Todd said the one who does the body.
That
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
The grooming cancer and stuff, yeah. I was pretty excited to see him there. I was like, oh, hey.
You met Nick Cummins, the honey badger from Wallaby.
Jessica McLean.
He was awesome.
I drew a guy.
David's the voice behind the camera. Yeah, he's still here, but he's watching the boys make candy
Who
too.
was, yeah.
Yeah, Cummins was sick. Such a boy.
Ian is a million times better than the Hemsworth brothers. Not even like one Hemsworth, but
all of them.
Just the combo.
The average is low.
the threesome of the Hemsworth brothers.
Thank you.
There. The white in that gap. And then we need a dome
Thank you for helping me out there, Sue. Yes, Nick's off.
And then we can wrap him in a
Nick's had his little break. He should be back on Wednesday, which means he'll be back on the lives next week. And if he's not, I will terminate his employment almost instantly.
I'm so excited. Wait, let's put it on.
Just do it anyway.
I'm not going to say I'll take pleasure in it.
Taking all bets.
Well, Steve Martin, that is a star. Yeah, Steve Martin.
Do you want to do one?
And yes, Mary, Dame Edna. Dame Edna. I've followed Barry Humphrey's work my whole life, and I've always been simply in awe of everything he does. Sir Les Patterson, Dame Edna, really one of Australia's finest talents.
And yeah, we just need to pull our away on the outside and then use the rest of it.
What does Cooper's shirt say? I think it's something to do with some kind of drumsticks.
Yeah, it's just fish sticks. It's my drumstick company.
Fish sticks. Do they sponsor you? Do they? Yeah, there you go. A little bit of a plug for the lovely people at Fish Sticks who make sticks.
Yeah, he's in 5 Dots. So convenient.
Okay.
Text him. I'm like, oh, I need like 30 sticks ASAP. He's like, yeah, they'll be with you tomorrow.
Maybe you should stop breaking them.
You could try and pick them up.
I also could, but he also doesn't charge me to send them. So like,
well then why would you, right?
Well, why waste the time?
So a thin bit of white?
Yeah.
So can we see what you've done so far? Can you hold it up? Can we see the Panda so far, or is that?
Yeah, it's sturdy enough.
Sort of.
Here's a Panda.
Okay.
Out of there.
Kind of makes sense.
Realistically, if you think you don't have enough, the thin one will take it.
It's not drumsticks Cooper supports. It's the drumstick company that sends him free ones.
Yeah.
So Fish Sticks.
Yeah.
He's an Aussie bloke, is he?
Yeah, he's an Aussie bloke. He's Aussie, like, really heavy metal, like way too heavy metal for myself, heavy metal.
Okay.
But yeah, he just started making, the company's only a few years old, but they're good quality. I don't go through them as quick as I go through the big brands. They cost me half as much.
What does he make it out of? Does he use?
No, it's all the same. It's all select hickory.
Okay.
I use an island tip, occasionally an X, which is slightly longer.
I don't know anything about drumsticks. I'm going to take your word for all of that.
Yep. Hickory's wood of choice as a rule.
Matty Biggs comes in with Ross Higgins as Ted Bullpit.
Ted Bullpit. Oh, Matty.
The wonderful and terribly racist Australian TV show from the 70s. Kingswood Country.
That was so funny.
There was that period in the 60s and 70s where television was really quite racist. The Americans had the Archie Bunkers. The English had...
Alright, I don't
the English had... not some others too. I mean, like, I'm sure someone will help me. There was an terribly racist English show back in the 70s. Terribly bad taste to talk about private employee issues on a public format. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's not really an issue. He's just saying if he doesn't come back, he's got the paperwork ready. There's no issue here. He's not doing anything wrong. He's just on holidays, and we kind of need an extra pair of hands.
He's on holidays. He's had his holidays. If he doesn't come back,
yeah, he booked his holiday.
No, I don't see that that's a private.
He's not
employee.
at the end of his booking yet, but you know.
Sorry if I've offended you.
He's not here Wednesday.
There's no reason to not be.
It's a roll.
How could I not offend people with my ASD lolly and the black and white minstrel show? Neighbours. What was it?
I got this way too far.
I don't want to even say the lines that I remember from the show because it was so terribly racist.
Probably the real bad ones.
What are the different tables? The table to Ian's left is a cooling table. The table that they're working now is actually quite a hot surface, and that's keeping our candy warm while we work with it. And then the table to Cooper's right, that's what we call the rolling table, and that's for cooling the candy down. Look, please, I'm just taking the piss. We're all looking forward to...
No!
There's a whole discussion going
Still
on.
going. Mate, we're Australian. I don't think I've ever said a serious thing on this live stream.
It's hard, isn't it? I think the Australian humour does.
It does fly over a lot of people's heads.
I don't know if it flies over their heads.
It really is a simple solution. You just stop watching. It's like, if you don't like it...
Oh, you saw Dame Edna on Broadway. Dame Edna is such an icon of Australia. Cooper, which musician would you fangirl over?
Oh... It's a real list, honestly.
Yeah. All of them.
Who likes me?
Can't go when he met me.
Yeah, well, you're the singer from that band that I can't remember your name right now.
I'd have a little bit of a fangirl over someone like Elton John, I reckon. Someone whose career is a 50-year career.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to talk if I met Mick Jagger or Keith Richards.
Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, yeah.
Either one, you'd be like,
oh my god.
it's the Stones.
Yeah, I know it's not possible anymore, but David Bowie, like imagine if you met David
That
Bowie.
was a crazy one. Who else?
Are you being served? That's not what I'm thinking of.
No, I think I just need to
Till death us do part. Was that it? No. There's a guy. He's got a black neighbour. So it was so racist. Hey?
Ted Walker?
No. Ted Walker was very racist with the concrete average on the front yard.
It's so terrible.
Any famous people ever come in here? We have had famous people.
He said the Chili Peppers came through.
Yeah, the Chili Peppers came through.
John Travolta once.
I think they'd be good chat.
Jennifer Hawkins.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a classic one.
She was so nice.
And she was so nice, wasn't she?
Yeah, I've heard she's like it.
Is she nice in real life?
My cousin's very good at toast.
Roger Waters or Dave Gilmore, I'm with you, Lauren. You'll probably never get them both in the same room, unfortunately. Such a tragedy.
Who won't you get in the same room?
Love Thy Neighbour. Thank you, Love Thy Neighbour. That's what it was. Love Thy Neighbour. It was terrible. Terrible. Terrible in a different way to Are You Being Served was terrible. Are you boys too young to know that show? Are You Being Served?
Is there something that says hello in it?
It's like set in Grace Brothers. They're all store employees. And there's Mrs. Slocum and she's always going, there's something wrong with my pussy.
Oh,
And it would always be like, just terrible innuendo, the Benny Hill kind of innuendo.
Yeah, you're right. No, I remember like the kids ones on Nickelodeon that were really twisted. That's about it.
All in the Family. Yes, I think that's the American version of Love Thy Neighbour.
wow. Candy on my shoe.
What's the yellowish candy going to be used for? Such a good question. It looks a bit yellowish because of the temperature we cook the candy to. We cook our candy to around about 160 degrees, which is what's called hard crack. The next stage on from hard crack is kind of toffee, which is that golden yellow. That's the sugar starting to burn. So the candy they got in front of them there looks a bit yellow, but that's just the temperature the candy's being cooked to. It's clear. It's going to go around the outside. So much like we did with our ASD is okay lolly this morning on Facebook, this is going to have it's going to look essentially white with a panda in the middle. Maybe hold it up for us, Ian. We can sort of see the panda face. Mate, can you hold it up and we?
Maybe.
Maybe a bit like a panda. There you go. Yeah. It's a bit hard to see. All those ends of the candy have been snipped with scissors. So what we're looking for is not exactly what it looks like on the end there, but what any two-dimensional cross-section of that three-dimensional cylinder Ian has. Hey, Alabama.
Keep turning upside down.
Mickey fangirls over the sticky fruit. Good on you, Mickey. I mean, it's weird because we have had a couple of people come into the shop and it's quite clear they're kind of nervous to meet us, and it's weird.
That's a weird thing,
It's
isn't it?
so weird because these guys are so tedious in
Kind
real
of
life.
no one. I suppose people think the internet's a much bigger deal than it really is. Isn't it?
It's a big place.
It is a big place. There's a lot of people on it.
We occupy a small.
Ditto was my favourite in the mix. What flavour was Ditto?
Cherry strawberry?
I think so.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
Maybe it was Ditto, thank
We were like, yeah.
Will we ever do a red panda? We could do a red panda. That might be quite nice.
Cute.
We have got animals we do. Generally, every time we make the animals, we try and put something new in it. Maybe I'll look at a red panda. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, red panda I don't think would be too bad.
Such cute little animals. They're not as cute as my puppy, but they're quite cute.
Have you ever seen a red panda?
Yeah.
Because they're nothing like panda. More like a fox.
They look like cows.
Yeah, they do actually, yeah.
That was a great one, Neko. How are you, ma'am? You well?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad. If I get in your way, just let me know. I'm sort of talking to this camera here, so... No, that's all right. Help yourself. You're like the first customer. You're the first person we've seen today, which is
Oh,
kind of
really?
nice. Yeah.
Oh, well, what's the time? It's only lunchtime.
It's only
so
lunchtime.
Still got half the
Strange.
day to get all the bulk of everybody in.
So what Pear has done there, he's built the ears into the final white wrap. Panda's got little black ears. And there's only one layer to go, the layer of clear candy, which will actually just end up making our lolly look kind of glossy and white. Maverick is so cute. I cannot tell you, you should meet him in person. Oh, Jack, he is absolutely stunning. And he's actually so chilled and such a nice little dog. If you've just joined us, and I can see that the number went up since last time I looked, so if you've just joined us, welcome. This is Ian.
Hello.
That's Cooper. The disembodied voice behind you is Dave. And they're making the Panda. They're making a little lolly with a picture of Panda in the middle for our animal mix. Some of these will go in our ASD mix that we're doing this weekend too.
Yeah.
Panda. What's nice, what's really nice is we actually use a little bit of real Panda in this one too.
They're not helping themselves, so we should maybe speed up the process.
There you go.
What more do you have pandas? Like,
We won't have Pandas out there. We've made it quite a few times there.
oh,
We don't have any animals at the moment, that's why we're working on this mix this weekend. G'day Kaylee, have we named the panda yet? G'day Kaylee. Have we named the panda yet? No? No?
We've got to see how fat he turns up before we name him. He's really fat, so you think of like a fatter name.
It took me ages to name my new puppy, so I don't know, I'm naming a panda. R-O-F-L, roll on the floor laughing.
Ruffle.
It's a terrible name for a panda.
Dave's dog is Jack Russell. He's not actually quite a Jack Russell, he's a Jack Russell pug cross.
Joe!
He's a jug, apparently. He's so chill.
He is. He's
Kind of
very
crazily
chill.
chill.
I tried so hard to rile him up when he's in the other
But then when he gets worked up, he will just leap off things. Like he's got a,
No sense of fear.
he doesn't really have fear. He's going to have little dog syndrome a little bit.
Puppy doesn't know. He's immortal right now.
Pandemic. Oh, pandemic. Pandemic.
Let's call him Mick. Panda Nick.
Pandemic.
Panda Mick.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pandemic. I don't know who's, I can't remember. Yeah,
Mick Panda.
Mrs.
It's
Balkman, thank
actually
you.
replacing Nick next Wednesday.
How many employees? How many employees do we have? 10 now, I think. 10.
Including you and Ray? 10.
Including me, that's including me and Rach, and that's includes some casuals, so they're not all full timers, but 10.
But 9 soon.
And generally 70% of them are at work at any one time.
Say 70%.
Well, let's say 30% of the time people are not coming to work.
The number of weights, the $10 a kilo.
That was
Usually
just
it's
terrible.
$4 or $10. Okay, not very
Pugs are a great breed. They do have some breeding problems sometimes, but you can fix that with an operation.
Yeah.
He's a 50-50 pug, Jack Russell.
Got some perspective on it.
I don't know, he's just unbearably cute. I wasn't really paying attention to the breed. I was just, what an unbearably cute animal. You haven't seen him for 2 days?
2 days.
Eating the fruit. I can see you packing lollies in
Just
there.
a pineapple with legs of a straw.
Pandemonium, your daughter's the cutest. No afro, man. He's alright.
Sorry, I'm
So in just a minute I'm going to move the camera. What Ian's doing now, this is called extrusion or spinning the candy, you could say technically in the trade. Spinning it is like you spin a web, you spin a ball of yarn.
Carbohydrates.
Taking it down from this big diameter, about the size of an Australian 5-cent piece. Jennifer Smith, how can I say no to that?
What did Jennifer Smith say?
Well, Jennifer Smith said, will you all make something out of the end piece today? But she did it and she gave us $5.
Well,
So-
yeah, alright.
so-
Of course.
of
I'll make
course.
something.
So Jennifer Smith, if I see your message, you tell me what you want Ian to make.
And I'll do my
1
best.
second, sorry.
And I'll end up in a mess.
Some kind of adult toy, maybe
Kind of what?
He's very good at those.
What was that, David?
Nothing.
I missed it.
Your expertise.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. We have to get more
You used the original sticky company. I sure did, Nyla. It's nearly 20 years ago. It'll be our 20th birthday in December this year. Yeah, the thing about a pug and Jack Russell, it's got some of the energy of a Jack Russell without the psychoticness, I think, I hope. Lily's elephant. So, can you make a panda out of the end there?
Right.
I'll give it a go. I haven't seen from Jennifer yet. Jennifer, maybe I missed your phone, Jennifer. Because you get to choose what he's going to make. $5 is $5.
Please pick a swan.
Rachel works in shop today. His mother's daughter, Amadil and Rose, his daughter's Dave's wife. Thank you, Laurie. Thanks, you all. How about a bird? You're a stream. Thanks, Kim. I'm just got an eye out for Jennifer because $5 is $5 now. That's great. Thanks, Rebecca. I try and be funny sometimes. I had to get so serious this morning. But it was kind of fun. It went really, really well. Thanks to these boys for their support. South Park has ruined pandas. What's South Park got to do with pandas?
Oh no.
Did I miss that?
Section?
Did I miss that? No?
It's so funny. You teach the kids about sexual harassment.
The sexual harassment panda.
That does.
No, I'm gonna have to look that up. I have to do a panda.
Classic South Park, right? Hey, there.
You need an MTs. Come in, Emma. Where are you always here?
Oh, big one, huh?
Jen said could make a bird. Okay, Jen said bird. Some kind of
Swan
bird.
is a bird. Swan is a bird.
A swan is a bird. Thank you everybody for helping me out there. Bird. So it's a bird. The temptation, I guess, is to make a swan because it always lends itself so nicely to swans. But you can make a kind of thing with some wings on it. Make a duck.
I'll make the ugly duck.
How cool are ducks? Hey, Carrollton. Jennifer said, yep, thanks everybody. I got that. Jennifer said, it's a bird. It's going to be a bird.
Sunbird? Alright, sure. I'll try it.
Bird.
Hey, this looks like a whale.
That's a bird. It's a bird.
When are you possibly making a coffee butterscotch? Well, we made chopped butterscotch yesterday. Check this, and I actually have them. This is kind of sitting right in front of me. This is what I reckon is the world's best butterscotch, but it's got chocolate in the middle. I don't know if a finer confectionery has ever been made. Perhaps. I haven't seen it.
I haven't tried it since I tweaked the chocolate recipe.
The blonde woman in the background is so beautiful. That's Sticky Rachy. And he's not that blonde. That's actually Sticky Rach. She's been working at it since she was about... Were you actually 15, Rach?
I was 14.
She lied about how old she was. She was 14 when she started working.
Yeah, I just...
I'm gonna move this. How are you, ladies? Are you well?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I'm good.
Yeah.
We are. I'm just going to move everyone. Don't get weirded out. Sorry, we are live on YouTube. Do you want to say hello to YouTube?
Sure.
Look, we've got a couple of customers saying already. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to stick this in here as gently as I can.
So gentle.
So gentle.
Dave's so gentle.
Disconcerted. I should have bought the new Sticky Weirdo shirts in. Hey Cooper says Danielle, hey guys, I love
going on?
when you all we try to be friendly. So much.
Never try to be friendly.
You never try to be friendly? You're quite a friendly guy.
I'm alright.
How do they always stretch it down to the same diameter? The secret is to stretch it and then stop before it gets any thinner.
Yeah. Just pull it until it looks right and then stop pulling on
And
it.
then stop rolling. Ooh, mind blown.
Wow.
On this whole time.
Oh no.
Made from Flint,
Yeah, look,
Michigan.
what is this?
Hey, the only thing I know about Flint, I know two things about Flint, Michigan. It's that Michael Moore is from Flint, Michigan.
Is it?
And you can't drink the water.
Still got the water.
Oh yeah, that's
Water.
right. Okay.
I don't know, maybe is the water fixed in Flint? I know that was a massive
Michigan
issue
is
for a
also
while.
shaped like a mitten.
I think you could actually set fire to the water there for a little while.
All the fracking, right? That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Lloyd, Florida. Hey, Super Goober.
What's going on?
That's what he said.
Sorry, it's really up, huh?
Glow in the dark lollies. It has been a very white day so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Not particularly diverse.
What are we making next? Oh, the next one's green too. So it's not really going to get much dark.
Not a super colourful day.
Look at
All the
that.
colours.
Well,
Start.
the ASD lolly was rainbow on the inside.
Yeah.
All plus one.
Plus one, yeah.
I do have another daughter who's 14. She's a little bit young still to be doing super amounts of live TV or anything like that. But she's actually the artistic one in the whole family.
Yeah, I saw her sketch drawing when she was here last time when the program made it first time. It's insane. Just sitting there doing like nothing for 20 minutes and then
I bit the bullet.
What the hell? How did you do that?
I bit the bullet and got her an iPad.
Oh yeah, you got all the drawings and
And she just is producing the most exquisite stuff.
Those iPads are so good for drawing.
Oh man, it's an extraordinary tool. The world needs more Annabelles. Thank you, Mrs. Balkman. It does.
The workplace doesn't though.
Is butterscotch the same as caramel? No.
No, it's like caramel really good.
Butterscotch, caramel's generally soft and chewy.
Yeah.
Butterscotch is it's a hard, eyeballed lolly, but there's butter in it, so it's got a kind of, it's creamy.
Yeah, it's creamy, it's got a bit of salt
We
to it.
salt the hell out of it, so it's
I put so much in it yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna pony and get some more.
Rachel finished watching Blown Away. I have not finished it, don't spoil it.
Wait, there's like a what?
Hey?
There's like a what?
Not Blown Away. Yeah, because it's like it's a reality show, so it's glass blowing artists, and every week someone gets voted off, and every week someone.
Oh, so it's like Survivor, but
It is.
glass
I think I think there's 4 left. I've got. Were the Sticky Weirdos shirts on the website? No, but the design has been finalised. They are designed by the awesome Sam Sizer, who's a member of the Weirdos group and has been producing some wonderful art. I'm going to send us some money for some of the stuff she's done. The design's all done and they're going to get made this week, or hopefully they'll be finished by the week after. Oh, can you please send me some candy? I'm also missing out. Amy Dawson. Maybe. I wish there was a better answer I could give you. Oh, hey, Rach. How are you, my love? Good. You're about to see, I don't know if you've seen it on your screen yet, but a very beautiful woman walking down the aisle now. That's my wife. That's Rachel. Oh, look, she's back in screen again. That's her. Give him a wave. Hey.
It is such a wide angle.
How are you, buddy? Am I in your way?
Yeah,
No,
those
no.
are last two, mate.
I'm standing here rabbiting onto this.
What?
Those are last two.
Darlene, when will you get the chicken from Glass Academy? Can I say, it's quite bizarre. They got our lollies really quick. And we're still waiting. Alright, Ian, what are you making? A bird?
Yep.
Any particular bird?
Ian's gonna make a thing.
I'm gonna move this just down here. It's a bit hard.
I'll cut the big one.
We're gonna go back. We don't usually do this, but I'm gonna take the camera back so that we can see Ian shaping a little bird.
down, friend.
It's not a Dave Swan, but it's
not a
kind
Dave
of nice. I just want to Amy Dawson. These are such a hard one. We have this system where stock is counted and stock is sold. Can you, if you're in the group, can you reach out to me? Can you send me a personal message? It's just hard making exceptions because all of a sudden there are a million exceptions. But I'd love to have a chat to you about it, Amy Dawson. I'm not hard to find on Facebook. You can DM me and we can have a chat about it. Sticky Rate started when she was 14, so 5 years ago. So 5 years ago you started, did it? There's a guy on here, Mickey, who seems to have a serious crush.
So easy.
A serious crush.
Just 5 years ago.
What are you making there? You're putting wings on it?
Yeah.
Ah, look at that.
We'll just do this.
Can you put it in profile for us so we can see what it is? There we go.
What it did
Yeah, Cooper's got this new thing of making these gigantically long rods.
It's like a little origami bird.
I don't know what to
He's
say about
sad.
that. It looks very Ghibli. It looks like something else.
That's what I was going for, of course. I'll let him cool down a little
It
bit.
looks very Studio Ghibli.
Alright.
Nice one, Ian. We're going to take this back over here. And it's just the last little bit now. The boys are going to cut up the lollies and then we'll be done. One more to do this afternoon on Instagram. Oh, they like your bird, Ian.
Huh? They do? Thank you, I tried
Marginally more than I thought it was going to.
a little bit more this one.
Nice job, Ian. Nice job. He's a cute bird. I think he's cute.
Thank you.
Dave, you're punching up. Yeah, I am. Well out of my weight class. I've got a lot of respect for men who punch so far out of their weight class, to be honest. Maple whiskey cake. Well, Joe, I'd love to try maple whiskey cake. We did try some maple biscuits this morning, which was the bomb.
Good.
You've got a real fan in Danielle Dawson. She's gone full fangirl, man. The bird is cute just like you.
Pardon?
The bird is cute just like you.
Thank you.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Fly into the moon and let me.
So what we haven't actually done, Cooper, no one's seen the panda yet.
Oh,
Oh, give me 1 sec. I'll finish cutting up these
Everyone's
3
been
rods.
so patient.
Well, you took them away to entertain with the
I
bird.
took you away to see the bird. I did.
up then as well.
I
Yeah.
take full responsibility for that, but
No, that's-
Cooper might hold up our panda and you can see our panda. He
I
looks
believe
kind of,
you wanted me to make it first.
Yeah, leave it fall.
he looks worried, doesn't
He
he?
does look quite worried.
Pandas generally do look a bit worried, I think.
Oh, like, understandably, he's quite worried. His ears are kind of on top of his head.
So,
You'll be hearing things from everywhere.
the panda.
Little panda.
He's like, yeah, he's like the sky is falling, the sky is falling.
They want me to mate.
No, there will never ever be a pickle flavoured candy, can I say? But
I've eaten one. It's disgusting. I wouldn't recommend it.
I generally have no principles, but I have that as a principle. No pickles, mate. Custom orders. Yes, you can, Emma. You sure can. We'll pack them in anything you like. Or not pack them, or pack them, or whatever you want. Gorgeous panda. Everyone's saying nice job.
Yeah, he's not too bad. The ears weren't quite straight, but
Oh, the ears.
that's alright. Panda in the wind.
Oh, panda.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just kind of rolling his head to the side. Ears lopsided. You're right, Rebecca, but can we see a little one? Maybe hold up a handful of the little ones, Coop.
Yeah, he's pretty centered on that guy. Yeah.
There you go, little panda lollies, nice birdie. I've eaten the durian lollies from Singapore. Don't
do it.
I don't know. For people who love durian, they are great lollies.
That loves durian.
I still don't believe anyone actually likes durian. I think it's like a...
I've seen my dad buy 3 different kinds because he likes them all for different reasons. And then eat all 3.
all 3 kinds of durian.
Yep. He had 3 different
And did they all taste and smell horrible?
They did. I tried all 3 and I hated all 3.
All 3, yeah.
He loved it.
I loved it.
And then my somebody said that.
Yeah, don't worry, Amber. Don't worry, we'll stick to our guns. We're not making pickles.
Never pickles.
I don't mind them on a Big Mac. But come on.
Give my people for the decade.
Yeah, that big mouthful of that big stuffed pickle.
Do you ever have races? Yeah, we have race, and I think Sticky Nicky, when he's here, and I are probably the fastest on my hands, but it's not about that. It's about getting through it. As Cooper always said, the faster you cut, the more work you have to do.
I live and die by those words.
Always do the least you can do. Durian smells just like bad feet. No, you're allowed to take your shoes off on a plane, but you're not allowed to eat durian on a plane.
You're not allowed, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually on most airlines you're not allowed to eat durian.
A little picture of the durian with the line.
No durian.
I love that. I think it's so funny.
Well, because it's the king of fruits, you know, but
It's like, don't spit, don't fight, don't bring durian.
Don't bring durian.
Here's actually a really nice flavour. It's almost apple-y in profile, but oh, your swan's still hanging. I think that's what he's supposed to do. Oh, look, she's back.
Did they hear us?
Modeling stuff.
They said, Rach, that I'm punching above my weight. I don't know. I'm ready to, it's okay. I can live with that. Sure, yeah. Punching above my height. Yeah, thanks, Rachie. Thanks, mate. No, the swan. I like him better now that he's falling over. Alright, so that's it. Maybe we can set it up.
Oh, so.
So what? Eat it? Sounds like chicken.
Yeah,
Oh,
obvious. Powder. Why would you eat powder?
you're right, my bad.
1-7, it's Friday.
Nice. 30 pins.
Thanks, everybody. If you're wondering who that voice was standing behind the
There
camera
he
all
is.
done, that was Dave. That's
Damn.
Cooper. That's Ian. Well done. I'm just going to turn this around. And we're going to go, look at that, little pandas. Looking a little bit worried. Maybe the bamboo's running out.
No, they're trying to force him to preserve his species by mating with another panda. He's
Forcing him to mate.
terribly worried.
No one wants to get forced to mate. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. We've got an Insta this afternoon. If you did join me on the Facebook this morning, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. To everyone out there who may be living on the spectrum, big love. Thank you. See you soon. We're going to be back later on or next week or some other time. Bye. Take care. Bye. Say goodbye.